Two new booths are coming to the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival. The most popular ride in Disney World now has a single rider line, and one classic Magic Kingdom attraction is back after a revamp. All the latest Disney news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Grab your favorite beverage of choice and get comfy because it's time to hear all the latest theme park updates. Right now, Rise of the Resistance in Disney's Hollywood Studios is testing out a single rider queue again. Now, we were told this is just a trial period. They'll be testing it for the next few weeks and getting feedback to see how it works and if it's something that could be continued in the future. So if you're heading to Disney World soon, you might want to keep your eyes peeled for the sign if the wait is long. It might save you some time if it works properly. But when we spoke to a cast member, we got some potentially weird news. If you choose to wait in that queue, you'll skip past the pre-show elements of Rise of the Resistance. This means you'll skip the room with the ray projection, the transport vehicle, and potentially the Stormtrooper room, though we have heard from some of our Instagram commenters that they were dropped into the Stormtrooper room when they waited in the single rider line. So as of what the cast member told us, you'd come out directly before boarding the vehicle. Now, if you've done the ride plenty of times, this might be fine, but if this is your first time riding Rise of the Resistance, it probably isn't the way to go. You get a lot of background story and immersion from those pre-show elements, and if you use the single rider queue, you'll be missing out on all of it. Ultimately, it depends on what you want from your ride experience. After months of refurbishment, the Country Bears are officially back at the Magic Kingdom. However, this isn't your father's Country Bear Jamboree. The opening day Magic Kingdom attraction has been completely reimagined. The new Country Bear Musical Jamboree officially reopened on July 17th. We headed straight for the Jamboree on the morning of the reopening, and we weren't alone. While there were a healthy amount of people who went straight for the new show, it didn't look to be quite the crush Disney anticipated, at least at first. Take a look at the large array of switchbacks outside the theater, which sat mostly empty with guests zipping through them. As far as wait times go, Country Bear Musical Jamboree runs continuous shows as long as the animatronics are cooperating, so you're likely not going to have to wait too long from what we can see since the show runs about 16 minutes long. Even an hour after the park had been open, the wait time had only reached 15 minutes. We are very happy to see this attraction open once again. Let us know what you think. It seems like Universal is trying to create some hype among local fans because they just announced an exclusive new ticket deal that is seriously great. The Florida Unlimited Days ticket gets Florida residents into Universal Studios Florida and Universal Islands of Adventure for an unlimited number of days now through December 18th, 2024. We know this is a major deal. So how much is this going to cost you? Just $199 plus tax. For reference, this is the same price as a one-day Florida resident multi-park ticket for Universal Orlando, which currently starts at $199. Essentially, you're paying for one park hopper ticket and getting to come back an unlimited amount of times through December 18th, 2024. Your visit using the ticket must be on or after the selected start date. The ticket will not be valid for any visits before that date. Separately ticketed events like Halloween Horror Nights are not included. Now, if you're not an annual pass holder but are interested in going to the parks a few times this year, this is a good deal to take advantage of. Extended evening hours are coming back to Hollywood Studios, and we've got all the details. Disney World offers extended evening theme park hours for select guests, giving them extra hours in the parks. Unlike early theme park hours, extended evening hours are offered only at one park per specific date. Right now, you'll find this extra perk in EPCOT and Magic Kingdom, but Disney's revealed that extended evening hours are coming back to the studios. People staying at select Disney World hotels can experience extended evening hours at Hollywood Studios beginning on September 25th, 2024. The select hotels include Disney Deluxe Hotels, the Swan and Dolphin Hotels, and Shades of Green. Note that extended evening hours do not take place every day in Disney World. This perk is available at certain parks on certain nights, so be sure to check the Disney calendar before you plan your park days. There are many animals that call Disney's Animal Kingdom home, and there's a new addition that you need to see. A new Hartman's Mountain foal has joined the zebra herd at Disney World. This new baby was born to second-time mom Juno and joins her sister Cricket out on the savannah. She is precious, and we just had to share her with you. Disney hasn't revealed the foal's name yet, but we are excited to learn what it'll be. If you are lucky, you might even be able to catch her out on the savannah while you're riding Kilimanjaro safaris at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Carousel of Progress in Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland has been through a few different updates over the years, with a pretty major one back in 2022 that brought updated outfits to many of the animatronic characters in the show's various scenes. Now another smaller update has hit this popular attraction. Previously, the seats were all this teal color, now they've been updated to be various colors including blue and red, orange, and green. Although Disney used a retro pattern for the seats, we think this change makes them look much more interesting and less outdated. Plus, they match the theme of the attraction now too. This update is only partially complete. Some of the seats in the theater are updated, but others are still that teal color. Are you ready for the 2024 EPCOT Food and Wine Festival? This year's festival is starting a little later and will run from August 29th through November 23rd. Now, we've seen a few details about what to expect for this year's festival, but now we've learned about 2 new food booths coming to the fest. These 2 booths for the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival will be Autumn Blaze and Harvest Table. These will focus on fall food and flavors, according to Kevin Downing, the chef de cuisine for EPCOT festivals. We spotted mention of them in the seasonal newsletter for Disney Visa cardholders. Downing said, "We are going beyond the usual seasonal ingredients like apples and pumpkins and using other foods that capture the flavors in unique ways, such as brined pork tenderloin with fennel slaw at Autumn Blaze and a wild game chili at Harvest Table." EPCOT festivals are a huge reason to visit Disney World, but it's likely not the only place you're going to eat. Get our comprehensive guide to Disney World plus the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival guide to maximize your time and money. Right now, you can save big with this food and wine bundle, which is half off. Check it out at dfvstore.com. As always, we'll be covering everything at the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival, so you'll want to stay tuned to DFB for more. L'Artisan de Glace in the France Pavilion in EPCOT has introduced a couple of new flavored cone options, purple lavender and red velvet. First, we tried the lavender cone with pina colada sorbet. We found that lavender flavor to be subtle but detectable. The flavor is very mild against the fruitier pina colada sorbet, and we think it would be delightful if you're tired of your typical boring cake or waffle cones. Next up, the red velvet cone with mango sorbet. We found this red velvet cone to be interesting because in our opinion, calling it red velvet is a bit of a stretch. Don't get us wrong, there's definitely a cake taste to it, but it's so subtle that you almost have to look for the red velvet taste to find it. Even when you do find it, the taste you get is more reminiscent of the top baked layer of a red velvet cake before it's iced and not the fluffier inside. Definitely not our favorite of the 2, but that doesn't mean we wouldn't try it again. Each of the new cones cost $9.95 and come with a single scoop. We were told the cones weren't strong enough for multiple scoops, which is why you can only get one. They come from a woman-owned business based in Brooklyn called The Conery. These are 2 of their 12 flavors, more of which may be introduced at the location soon if these sell well. Our next new treat can be found at Gasparilla Island Grill at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. This place is just a hive of hidden gems. This is the Mickey Chocolate Choux, which is chocolate pot au choux filled with chocolate chantilly cream. You can grab it for $6.79. Now look at how cute it is. First of all, we think it's adorable. It definitely gets a few bonus points for eye appeal, but the real test is how it tastes. We are happy to report that this Mickey Chocolate Choux is so good. The treat has lots of milk chocolate flavor without being overwhelming. We thought the choux tasted wonderfully fluffy and had a lovely crunchiness to it. Now the crunchiness tastes similar to the edges of a fresh pan of fudge brownies. The inside of this treat is so incredibly fluffy and the chantilly cream tastes like a whipped mousse. Then the bottom of the dessert is covered with a thin layer of chocolate which just ties the whole treat together. Our only complaint is that we wish it was bigger so we could enjoy it for longer. Now we have to ask, when it's hot in Disney World, what's your go-to cold summer treat? Okay, we know a lot of you are probably going to say Dole Whip without even thinking about it, or you might say a frozen margarita. Well, what if we told you you can get the best of both worlds with a new snack in EPCOT? Meet the Tequila Sundae. Yep, Tequila Sundae. You can find it over at La Cantina de San Angel in the Mexico Pavilion. It's made with tequila 100% de agave, lime sorbet, spicy tamarind candy, and a chili lime rim for $10. So it's basically like a lime Dole Whip, but reimagined as a margarita. We're just gonna warn you now though, if you love the classic lime margarita, this might be your absolute new favorite thing in Disney World. It's delicious and bright with the lime flavor, but the chili lime rim adds a nice amount of low heat to kick up the flavor. The tequila is super smooth, as it should be. We also love the tamarind candy stick. Overall, we can't find any fault with this one, and we ordered it again and again and again. This is our new favorite summer snack in Disney World. Of course, we understand not everyone wants something boozy, especially in the summer, so if you find yourself at La Cantina and want a refreshing beverage, you can also get Jarritos, a traditional flavored Mexican soda, or a La Cantina slushie here too. Now, this week in Disney World celebrated Dole Whip Day. If you were not in the parks and feel a little FOMO, don't worry, I got just the thing for you. A new Dole Whip design has just launched in our store, because all you really need in life is Dole Whip. You can find this design and all of our wonderful theme park inspired designs at dfvstore.com. All right, if you're going to Disney World this week, I need to remind you about a big change. Starting on July 24th, 2024, Disney Genie Plus will officially become Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, and individual Lightning Lanes will become Lightning Lane Single Pass. Some of the biggest changes to the system include guests being able to make Lightning Lane plans before being in the parks, being able to choose experiences and times prior to purchasing the service, and book Lightning Lane passes for multiple vacation days at a time. Now, we're going to be at Disney World on the 24th, testing out the changes and seeing how many reservations we can get. We'll also be testing out the system later by purchasing as hotel guests, buying day of, and testing out all kinds of different scenarios for you. We've got you covered on the most up-to-date news regarding the new Lightning Lane service, so be sure to sign up for our newsletter to stay in the know and take on the Disney parks and all their changes with full confidence. The link to sign up is in the description below. Other than that, it should be a good week in Disney World. Here's my weekly reminder to drink water, wear sunscreen, and take breaks when you need them. It's hot out there, y'all. There's been quite a bit of construction at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, including at one of its stores, M Mouse Mercantile, which closed temporarily. Now that the store is reopened, it's got a brand new look. This one's got a complete upgrade. The carpet is gone and has been replaced by a tile floor. There's also a new floral chandelier above the store now that adds an elegant touch. That mint green color has been carried throughout the shop. There's also new artwork behind the cashiers featuring Mickey and Minnie in front of the Grand Floridian. Very pretty. The entire area has been refined and cleaned out a bit, so it doesn't look as busy. Be sure to pop into the store the next time you visit Grand Flo. It's looking very different now. And that's what I've got for you today. Be sure to check out our website and sign up for our newsletter. Stay up to date on everything theme park related. You can sign up for our newsletter at the link in the description below. It's totally free, and we're going to send you all the updates as soon as they come out. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.